the next levels, we wondered, isn't it suspicious that the Taliyah was open?
Yeah,
It seems like Sandbox were ready for the Kane and ready for the takes the first back, teleports aggressively, and tries to stop the freeze. It's mid lane.
Oh boy, Cal, you're in so much trouble. See you later, first blood, as on Fleek getting that action going already on the Xin Zhao.
There's a jungle champ difference with the TP. They're going in.
Look at this. Dread going 1v2. He is going to get the win.
Super aggressive. This is Mindset trying to through his top side.
Is going to land that ultimate, and now Keen in a bit of trouble. Can he get out of this one with On Fleek right on top of him, just dancing outside of that one? Keen still going to go for the flashes. Cal trying to help him out here, but the kill will come down there as On Fleek.
We'll have this as well. Thank you very much. But with this much power and priority, with their smart draft, where they basically engineered a couple of counter picks, one by Dove, and they go top side. Here we go again.
Oh boy, and no flash here for Keen. Does have the stopwatch, but well, the follow-up is going to be easy. As double stun.
Can try to frontline, but isn't an initiator. The Taliyah, Ezreal can be conditional. Mid lane, speaking of Taliyah.
Cal, he goes in, and let's see if Dreg connects. Nice little move there, but for sure, Sandbox are not too worried, as a huge final chapter is going to come in. He gets two of them, and On Fleek just pokes the Kane in the back for that extra kill. And they're just turning into this one as Sejuani wants to join on in, and Dove is going to be able to dash away with the help of Yuumi. But did they go too far? As now it's Summit against 3 and make that 4. It's going to flash and dash away.
Champion in order to help the Rast calculation, but the fact that he misses there is unfortunate. They lose.
He's going to have a little bit of that magic damage, but here's the push as Sandbox
with TP. Do we see a brawl now?
Oh, we already have that one mountain. Going to take it down so fast. And they're pushing on with that wall walking ability as Summit. Not even just Arcane Shift, and now, unfortunately, trying to bait into this one, but they're looking to turn here onto Ghost. They're gonna burst him down and get the Yuumi too, but can Sandbox turn this around? They're able to get the bottom lane of Afreeca. Now it's 3-on-3. Summit trying to lead the charge. There's the one stun into 2, and On Fleek goes forward. They're gonna take out the Taliyah already.
Sejuani, obnoxiously tanky at 2 items. She walks up, they're trying to collapse on her, but this will take some time.
Okay, they get the seismic shove too. That's a nice amount of burst damage, but she's still got that stopwatch. But Afreeca trying to turn this one in, but Keen not the best position, but doing a ton of damage and staying alive. But here's Dove from behind. He's gonna do so much poke damage with the culling and make a couple of them flash on the backside. It was looking good in the beginning. Now Summit trying to get on top of Keen here with the help.
Vision so they can stop Baron. He's going for Senin on the backside.
Senin trying to get a little bit too close there. He's got a big shield. They're still trying to get in range.
It's Ghost.
As Ghost, oh boy. Aiming, trying to flex his muscles now, looking for that Q. Getting a little bit greedy in there, going close, but maybe they can get Summit on the back.
Champion with my skills and just a modicum of damage with something like the Abyssal Mask. And hey, watching here, Summit on the sidelines.
Oh, Keen pretty fast, but Summit trying to make that engage happen. Now Keen a little bit split away as Xin Zhao trying to get into the action as they will get the King down. And Keen's all alone on the backside, has to flash away. No escape for him. But at least the Xin Zhao does go down. Might will go for it right now as we're on the hunt now looking for some members, but that'll just be a nice little play to once.
This game was so well done in the early game. Here's the fight attempt.
All right, trying to get on top of Aiming, but he will get away. But Senin not quite as lucky as they will trade for the jungler. As now Summit, that front line getting ever so weak here as the side of Afreeca, but so many slows in the front and forcing that flash away. But once again, Senin in an unlucky spot, and down will go the jungler too. And maybe this was the moment that Sandbox was looking for, as Summit even is gonna survive. Side of Sandbox, actually. They don't want Afreeca to pick up the pieces, the crumb. Yeah, Sandbox realizing, oh, he can just push 2 lanes and nearly kill Aiming here in the mid lane. As speaking of which, Dread also going to get super low, and everybody on the side of Afreeca struggling here. On Fleek with that ultimate, and now Summit super confident in the front line to just dash straight into all 5 of them. And honestly, he can, because everybody on the side of Afreeca is so damn low.
It's going to be split away, but Yuumi will join, waiting to bring up another minion wave. The Baron's still a minute here, and Afreeca, they haven't taken losses, but they've taken base losses for sure.
Now Dread just trying to force this fight. Nice seismic shove, but Dread a little bit too low to do much. After blowing his own ult, and now they're turning onto Aiming, actually, just where he stands. And look at the damage, the ricochets from the Sivir. And they actually turn it around. The double kill will go, but Sivir will die as Keen is trying to stand tall here up against 4 members. He's got the Ezreal behind him. That's a huge amount of damage. And with that poke, aiming, and the boys able to turn this one gold so far to just the 1 inhibitor. But here comes Sandbox once again, looking to make their push into the bottom side. Oh, here we go. Righteous Glory from the side of Summit, but Kane gonna do that damage. A really nice wall to get Sejuani on the opposite side, but Yukal getting a little bit too low. He's forced to back away. Here's the slow and another perfectly timed Zhonya's. And Afreeca stepping up to the plate saying, get away from my friend. We're gonna actually push forward here and continue that fight. But they do have super minions knocking on the door of those Nexus turrets.
Seems like Sandbox desperately need either a Warmogs on Summit or for him to have TP to come back in to be a frontliner a second time, because his first health bar is getting blown up by Kane and friends on the side of Afreeca. He's still not strong enough to try to re-engage, and that's actually causing them some issues when it comes to attacking the hardest objectives, breaking the base.
Dread here just scouting in the front. And I love casting these two teams. They never stop fighting as Double Mountain. They're going for the Elder here. It's getting way too low. No chance for Afreeca to try to steal that one. Yukal in a bit of trouble, but Summit now all alone on the right side. It looked like Sandbox zoned out here by the Chaos Storm. And now they're in a bit of trouble as Keen and the rest of the team. But the turn here from Sandbox, is it going to be good? Looks like the answer might be no, as Keen is going to go down though. And now they are going to find that Lux as the push on in from Ghost is going to be good enough for Sandbox, and they will be able to rout the team of Afreeca.
The Joker reads the final chapter to aiming. He's stunned, he goes down, and this should be the moment where Sandbox close it. Valiant attempt to hang on, but that's all it was by Afreeca Freecs.
An absolutely great try here from the side of Afreeca. I don't think there's going to be much that Dread can do. Let's see if he can. Nope. Well, that's going to be a dead Kane. It was a nice pick. It was good for game number 1, but didn't do what they needed it to. We're like, okay, we got the Rumble. As Dove's got a smile when we do see the LeBlanc come out. LeBlanc actually banned by the side of Afreeca in the second
Which of them
round.
had the best name?
The first one was named Oron.
Rumble level 3-4. Marin's watching this.
Oh boy. And how do you get out of this one?
You don't.
He's going to try to flash here, but
When do you flash?
they're not even going to go for it. So, after I came to Korea, you'll notice the difference.
And what do we end on with the fourth cat?
The fourth one was Thor, but it was a female. As now we're going for the Rift Herald. Afreeca thinking about getting in here, but on fleek going for the big Cataclysm as now Nico comes in. And they're just laughing at that Rumble ultimate, saying...
Can play side lanes very comfortably, so I feel like Afreeca needs to convince us in some of these plays. They don't get the Rift Herald. They do actually take the...
It's already pulling off. Where are you going, Joker? What is... He's got the boots, right? He's trying to get away as he's going to be kicked in the face.
Playing his first Rumble of the LCK this week versus Sejuani in the first game. Speaking of Rumble.
Even without that vision, able to land the combo, trying to get that flash to happen. And here comes Dove, and Keen is 1v3, caught out. He's going a little bit too deep into the enemy jungle.
The bot lane camp ends, and there's a kill to be found on top side. Yukok's going to try to ride in the minion wave here. Dove's actually pulling the minion wave to stop them getting auto attacks on it.
That's really cute. Is it going to matter, though, as everybody's down here, and now everybody's rooted. But we're trying to get on top of this LeBlanc to flash on in, and they will get it. But on fleek in the back, he's going to be denied as the double kill comes in, and Yukal says no. And now the Nautilus is going to go down, but trades with the Nico. They will absolutely take that
trade. Health bars to understand that. The snipe in the back line was LeBlanc, and the thing they did in game with the movement speed, you can just rush in from different directions, but if he stands and fires, that's usually the right way to go. Phase, right? She's so unaccountable with, but they couldn't convert that, and he would make a positioning error or not be able to get the damage required, so
I would able to push the very weak bottom side turret. Afreeca making their own rotation to the top side, but
Summit's still here. He's stuck around, but he will be spotted on a wall. They'll turn on him again, potentially.
Yeah, looking for this one, and now he doesn't have his flash. Not much to say about that one, as on vision with that one ward. And with that pick, that just means that Afreeca pick up a free Infernal Drake as their third of the game. Very on. They have Azir and Varus, and they're pretty fed. Zenin gonna try to knock up the Jarvan here, and he's gonna be able to get in, but the kick gets him out of the pit, and he won't be in range for that smite, and down it will go to the side of Afreeca as a huge setup goes to them, and Zenin still on the run here, is going to end up winning. As now moving forward, Dread going to be caught by the LeBlanc, but so is the Nico. Keen on the outside is going to throw that down. And look at the burst damage just come down on the two of them. And that was all aiming and Keen together, just able to smite them from the skies. As 2 kills and Afreeca are on a roll in this game.
This Baron buff is getting them huge inroads. They should break the base on the first Baron. And this is from great play from Afreeca. It looked tricky for them from the drop, but they're making it work in very impressive fashion, forcing that game 3 we all want to see.
Dove just kind of hanging around. Not much that he can do here against those Baron minions. Ghost can't be in 2 lanes at the same time, and UCal is a pushing monster. So with 2 members down, going to be incredibly hard for Sandbox to do much against this. They're going to forfeit the mid lane turret to UCal, but then they are just going to go
temporarily reset, but they got so many turrets, a 4 turret lead.
As now we're trying to bully the Jarvan again, as Dread just laughing in the face of the LeBlanc as she can't do anything. The flash is going to get that response out of Ghost. But that will make this push quite strong for the side of Afreeca after taking out on Fleek again.
Up on the bot side, pokes, but can't do any damage to Keen. He's been a bit behind in LeBlanc items so far this game, and it's hurt them. And Jubel up on UCal, can't assassinate him. Trying to walk to the side, trying to buy time. 15 seconds for on Fleek.
All right, well, here we go. Trying to get that Nico engaged, but it doesn't quite catch aiming on the backside. But the ricochet damage, they gotta be careful. Look at the low health bars. They do get the Sivir, though. And Dove trying to do the AoE damage, but immediately gets shut.
Potential, but they became the sum of what they weren't in spring season. They seem to be a little bit burnt out by the Afreeca. Walk up, want to break this inhibitor. Hard for Sandbox to do so much other than fully engage.
On Fleek from behind, trying to get that AoE damage. They bait out the ultimate from the Nautilus. Here comes on Fleek, able to dodge actually a bunch of abilities. He's still waiting there on the flank, but not wanting to pull the trigger just yet. As he is, okay, Dread on the chase here, but doesn't quite have that energy, but he's gonna kick him in, and the follow-up's gonna be good as Dread with the stopwatch, but the flash on in as Nico with the huge damage. Trying to get it done as once again the distortion, this time not gonna be interrupted, but it doesn't matter as UCal is still alive, and Sandbox in that one desperate fight are not able to do enough.
Fishing for that big play, but the moment that Sivir walks up to try to back it up, killed where she stands. Afreeca Freecs will win and force the game number 3.
It's exactly what we expected and exactly what we wanted after these first 2 games. I can't wait to see how this one will be closed out as Afreeca will pick up game number 2.
He's doing it!
He's doing it, okay.
Wow. Silas was very heavily nerfed this match, so UCal and Keen. UCal was the one talking.
That's a fantastic ward. They got Senin now in the brush, and they're looking to turn this one around. The route now onto Aatrox. There's the plan, but he's pulled back, and it's denied by Senin, who flashes forward for that one. And meanwhile, Eamon's going 1v2 on the bottom side. Didn't even see that as Dread now has the Q. He's gonna kill him there at the end as there was no escape for On Fleek, even after he tried to flash away.
They're styling and they want more.
Senin here trying to tank this one up, and he will go down, but it is that win in the end.
And that means the old advantage of not having access to the R doesn't matter. It's bot lane.
Oh, they caught Ghost. He doesn't have level 6 yet, but they're trying to use Defenders, and they will, as the DPS is too
base. This is not a timing making it.
Not the Rift Herald, but the Infernal Drake.
He doesn't have stopwatch. It's so hard to deal with.
And a flash forward. Stun comes down on a Dove, but he has Aftershock, and will be just fine. The 3-man top side trying to push it down as fast as possible. Chains of Corruption going to go wide, but they find that ultimate from the Nautilus. Still trying to get Joker with a double knockup. Should be able to trade 2 as Senin was tanking for a long time in the base, so it is going to be a 5-on-4 to the side of Afreeca, but we're still going forward. They're trying to burst down the Aatrox, but they will, but a 3-man knockup going the way of Sandbox, but can they follow up? The answer is no with new Aatrox. As more fighting. Who could have predicted this? As Joker taking a ton of damage, TP coming in, and now Senin trying to save his ally. Will not be able to. Well, saves his ally, but he can't save himself.
We're still not done, Valdez.
Okay, trying to get on top of Summit here. Double knockup, and the Q goes wide, and he's turning it around on Keen, but the stun comes in, and it looks like there are enough minions to help him out. So the 2-on-1, and Alvin in the mid lane again. Xayah and them getting a little bit too aggressive onto the turret.
This is
Baits
what you
him into
want
it,
in
knocks
this
him down.
meta. You want to see any advantage, try to take advantage of it now. It's not all informed and perfect, but it's the right...
Afreeca really wanted to dive into the Sandbox jungle. They were denied for now, but how about this time around as they're going to just knock him up into the bouncy castle, but now a couple of kills going their way, and here's Afreeca with that Aatrox, just going to frontline for them. A very nice stopwatch from aiming, but it's not enough to save his life. Now Summit wrapping around the back here, looking for more. Gonna be on the chase for Keen and let the Lee Sin go. We've all seen the Lee Sin highlight videos. Not so many.
Q comes in. The Lee syndrome in this game is real. You knew it was coming!
Wait, but he might just die! He's gonna live actually on the backside. The Protobelt and the nice dodges here, and now he's not gonna live as the follow-up from Sandbox. And yet again, another reach from the side of Afreeca will be snuffed out from Sandbox.
Well, that was a read. The Lee syndrome was so real. Dread saw us. He had a lot of CC on the bot side. But Sandbox is there first. He didn't know about that. In the mid lane, aiming almost just dies.
He does have his ultimate, thankfully. Joker gonna take a bunch of that damage, but UCal coming in from the side. Kind of interesting as Dove now getting in the action, has his demolish, doesn't want to waste any time on the push in the bot lane. Should be able to get this tier 2.
Keen has only been able to add Sorcerer's Shoes to his build. Still doesn't have that zone. He still doesn't really have an ability to dive. And while this game has been action aplenty, I want to take everyone's attention, take your mind back and rotate, because they can siege with Jace just fine.
You can see Sandbox flexing those muscles the second they... And it's not only Dread, it's the big Nautilus guy in the backside as even TPs are coming in as everybody wants a piece of the action. But you can see that they want to push down mid lane with this one as double stasis coming through from Dove.
This ping's on the Baron, but it's an ultra split call from Sandbox where it feels like the punishment should have been Baron. Something about zooming in cameras is causing Afreeca go for the conservative choice, which is, we know you're on Infernal, let's try to at least get Baron vision.
We don't know what Sandbox wants to do, and that's siege. They're just going to sit here in the mid lane and say, we dare you to fight us with Silas top, without TP. They've got to know that as well. Sandbox moving as a unit, looking a bit more fluid, especially with their map control in this game.
That'd be pretty good off the health bar. You get a free mountain. These should be freebies for Sandbox, given how they've played and on this spotting ward that's doing a lot of work.
They were looking to engage onto the Nautilus potentially. He's not super tanky, as we got to fight down on the bottom side too as the Guardian Angel comes in, but Keen, super low on health, is just going to get burst down alone, and Sandbox, with their aggression, are going to win this fight in a big way. Another TA here onto aiming. His is going to be blown as well as Afreeca get totally routed by the side of Sandbox. Even Ghost here looking for the play onto UCal, who's going to try with the feathers and the Kingslayer, but it is not enough. That will be 4 kills in favor of Sandbox.
The epitome of something's got to give. Dread's looking to assassinate Ghost.
Okay, the kick comes in, and that's going to be easy. Quick 1,000 gold straight into the pockets of the Lee Sin, but isn't going to matter all that much as Sandbox are looking for the inhibitor.
It means maybe that the end is delayed, because death time is much longer than you first assume. Keen will come back, but does delay.
We've had enough of the fighting. We're going to go in, and aiming gets interrupted with the blasting plan. They're going to burst them down 100-0. And here comes the Rakan trying to help out. The GA is available for the Jace. That will be another couple of kills, or will it? As Dread is going to turn it around. Who is this guy?
Guy's rolling.
As now Afreeca might just win the fight off the back of that. I can't believe it. As UCal on the chase. Joker.
Sandbox own the pit. What can Afreeca do?
All right, trying to get that ult into the backline. Will knock up 2 as Joker pops his. Not able to get anyone off the back of it, and now Afreeca in position. On top of this one, Afreeca takes a bit of damage, but has the GA. Senin trying to engage here. They're gonna get summoned, but the trade for the Nautilus. Is it gonna be enough as Dove in the back line, trying to tech out aiming? It's not gonna be enough. UCal with the perfect timing there, but it's not going to do it, as Sandbox are going to win the fight in the end. Just barely. The Aatrox doing work for them.
That'll end the game as well. Sandbox Gaming will upset Afreeca Freecs and go up there with Griffin at the top. It was so close at the end. Sandbox smartly going to an area where they had even vision with the enemy rather than the wards put down by Afreeca. This will end it, but damn, it was close.
What a game it was, what a series, just so back and forth. Afreeca fighting hard in game 2, but Sandbox will be the victors here after this game 3 victory. GG, absolutely deserved to the